Okay, so today I am in Shkoder. I decided kind of last minute to take a day trip here from Tirana. Well, it's not really a day trip, it's an overnight trip. So I booked a bed in a hostel. It was €7, or she just said €7 or 700 lek. So I'm staying there tonight. It's kind of nearby, like the city center area. And then I'm going to try and book a tour / an overnight stay in Theth tomorrow. And so I'm trying to see about getting a tour from here to Theth and maybe the Blue Eye. Yeah, I took the bus. I'm still camera shy, but there's nobody here right now. Bus from Tirana to Shkoder. I decided not to take the public bus this time just because of my experience coming back from the public bus in Doris. And probably in that video I'll give you like a story time about that. But yeah, I'm going to book a tour tomorrow and then see about staying overnight. Other than that, today I'm just going to walk around the town. It's like really pretty, it's really cute. Let's see if I can go to the photography museum if it's still open actually. Hold on. Yeah, the National Photography Museum is still open. It closes at 7 p.m. So I think that's what I'm going to do right when I get out of here because it's still a little warm. A lot cooler than Tirana. Like I'm sitting outside to eat, so it's a nice little cool breeze out here. I think once it cools down, I'll rent a bike and ride around and maybe get my nails done. I don't know if I should get them done before going hiking. But I don't know, I might get them done. And then I'll bring you around for that. And yeah, maybe I'll rent a bike. But I can't bring you if I rent a bike, so. Yeah, I'm still getting used to this. Also learning to not shove you guys up my nose, but to give you kind of more of a eye level view. So I'm gonna try and keep that in mind. Okay, so I just got done with the photography museum. And so now I'm realizing, well, it's still not 6 o'clock yet, so I can't go to the place where I can go ahead and get like my accommodations for Theth. So what I'm gonna do now is go to Intersport. I brought my running shoes for hiking, but I'm not sure if like that's the best idea. Plus I don't have shower shoes and I'm staying in a hostel where it's like a public bathroom. Like there's just like a bunch of beds and then one bathroom. I think they have shower stalls. I didn't really check, but I'm gonna go get shower shoes, and then I'm gonna go and get. I'm trying to see if they have like those sandals that like are hiking sandals, so that when I get wet and stuff like that, because I'm hoping to see the blue eye as well, or the first blue eye of Albania. And yeah, so I'll let you know how that goes. Wait. Okay, so that didn't exactly work out, but she told me that there's two more. There's two other shoe stores down the street. So I'm gonna try and find them and see if they have like a little bit more robust of a hiking sandal, and if they don't, then I'll just go back and get kind of the looser ones, or just stick with my running shoes. So apparently there's a game today. I asked the lady, she said it's Albania versus Lithuania. And so they set up special like screens for everybody to watch the game tonight. She even told me that that's why. But she even told me that that's why they currently are not serving like coffee, because I wanted to go in for like a quick coffee to end my night, but they're not serving it right now because they wanted to serve alcoholic drinks and like desserts and light snacks because everybody's watching the game tonight. Yeah, so I guess what I'm gonna do now is pack it into my hostel. The bus for my tour leaves at 7 a.m. so I'm gonna go ahead and get my clothes ready, and then I'm just going to make sure that I get there on time, because I have not been sleeping, or I have not been like getting up early since I've been here. So. Okay, so right now I am waiting for the boat tour for Shala River. So it was the same transfer for both the Kamani Lake tour and the Shala River tour. And so now I'm waiting until 10 o'clock for the boat to leave. It was about a 2.5 hour drive from the hostel to the dock. So keep that in mind. I'll let you know what happens once I get on the boat. It's actually that it's quite small. There's not like a whole lot to do unless you decide to rent some things for like outdoor activities. Like you can get kayaks here. You can get like rent out beach chairs. Beach chairs are about like €5 for one person, €10 for two people. There's a couple of restaurants, but the restaurants I think are a little bit more expensive, or on the more expensive side, and maybe not the best food. So I would recommend like bringing some of your own snacks and stuff from the mainland, just packing them in a little bag for the day, and then like maybe a sandwich or something to eat. My boat is here for 3.5 hours. Without doing the activities, it is a little bit long. Most people weren't out at the beginning of the day around 11 when we got here, but a lot of people are starting to kind of file in now that it's getting into the afternoon. Right now it's 1:35 p.m. And I was told that swimming is better during this time because the water is actually very cold. I would also really recommend bringing suitable shoes. The shoes that I brought, I just had flip-flops because I thought it was going to be like a little beachy fun time, like be on the boat, and then it was going to be sandy. It's not the case. You do need tennis shoes or Crocs or some harder shoe because there's a lot of large pebbles on the ground that you're going to have to walk over. So don't be like me. Actually bring some nice shoes. Everybody, for the most part, is wearing some sort of tennis shoe. As soon as I get back to Tirana, I'm going to buy some sort of outdoor sandal that I can use throughout the rest of my travels. If you don't want to do all the like shops and restaurants and kind of music in the front of the islet, if you walk all the way to the end, then there's like a bunch of like natural space that you can enjoy yourself with. I'd also recommend pretty much just staying down there and maybe renting a beach chair since you're going to be here a while. And then coming with your swimsuit on if that's what you want to do to swim, because I don't really see many places to change. That's pretty much it for this place. It's very beautiful. I really like it. And I'm going to be back on the boat in about an hour. Okay, so Google Maps is saying that it's about a 2-hour hike. I'm not quite sure because the woman at the front at reception, she was telling me that it's a 3-hour hike one way. So right now I'm saying 2-hour hike one way. I'm hoping that Google Maps is right, but it's probably going to be 3 hours. Let me just check the time now. I just started. Okay, it's 10:50. Basically, I checked navigation. My shoes are going to get wet already. Oh, I didn't get too wet. But when I previewed the route, it kind of looks like I just follow this river next to me all the way to the Blue Eye. I'm not quite sure at the moment, but that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, what happened yesterday? So yesterday I checked into my second hostel. It was Tia's hostel, great hostel, very clean, very friendly staff. Like, if you're staying in Shkoder, I recommend going there. But I stayed there and I had a great time talking with everybody, especially one girl, she's from New York. She's working there seasonally, which is why I was like looking into, oh my gosh, it's a lizard. Sorry. Okay, anyway. She is working there seasonally. Like, there's like a website called Workaway. And I met another guy that same day, earlier in the day, because he was on the Shala River tour. And he was talking about how there's a hostel in Hamara that he stayed at that was, as he quotes, the best hostel in Europe that he stayed at. So apparently they have 2 volunteers leaving soon, so I'm gonna reach out. But I guess you can volunteer at hostels for free accommodation, and so that's what I might try to do, just because even though I like the Airbnb and having my own space, I also kind of like to be around people, especially people my age. So it'll be nice to be able to do that. And yeah, I feel like I'll enjoy myself a lot more. What else? What else? I felt like a lot more happened than that, but I don't know why it's slipping my mind anything like of interest right now. So if I do remember it, I'll hop back on here. But until then, I gotta conserve this battery life and memory space. So I found this little like pebble shrine here, and the confirmed red arrow to make sure I'm going the right way. But then I looked behind me and I saw like all of this. I started to get so focused on the climb that I was like kind of forgetting a little bit like just how nice the place that I am in is. So yeah. Okay, so I decided to take my break a little earlier than I normally would because honestly this river is really pretty and I kind of just wanted a break to sit down and check some things out. I had a whole bunch of stuff I was supposed to say, but I completely forgot all of it. I guess the gist right now is that I should have prepared a little bit more than I did for this, just because it was a spontaneous trip. And I was talking to a girl last night and we were talking about the difference between spontaneous and impulsive. And this was a little bit impulsive, but I really wanted to see the blue eye, so we're doing it anyway. It's gonna take longer to hike back than it would for me to continue and go ahead and see it. At first it did seem like an easy, like chill hike, but then eventually it was kind of turned into a lot more like climbing and like scooching down mountains and stuff. I mean, I'm still just wearing my running shoes and like regular cargo pants. So it's definitely doable, and I just have a tote bag. I don't have like a backpack or anything like that. But definitely, like if you have a hard time like climbing over things a little bit, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this trail. I didn't see that there's a road up there, so there might be a way to drive down to the site. But I have about an hour and a half left, a little less than an hour and a half. And I'm really wishing I brought a sun hat now. I'm pretty sure my scalp is sunburnt. I finally put on sunscreen, but I don't know if it's too late. Yeah. So I've got myself going back again. I was feeling a little tired, like a little faint, just because, again, like I hadn't really eaten much today or drank much. So I stopped by here and like I devoured like an entire a bottle of water and a glass or 2 of water as well, and then I had like some French fries at this like rest stop about halfway to the Blue Eye. So I have about like an hour hike left, and then I should be there. It's like the hottest, well, it was the hottest part of the day when I like stopped by here. I think I've been here for about 30 minutes, but now I'm kind of going on my way, and hopefully we'll get there alive. That'll be good. Yeah, when you're out here in the middle of the day like this, you definitely need actually maybe that would be nice. I don't know. When you're out here in the middle of the day like this though, you definitely need some sort of sun hat, sunscreen for sure. I have the sunscreen. I didn't put it on my body, I just put it on my face and my neck. I really should probably put it on my scalp because of these braids. But so far the rest of the trail seems like it's kind of just this open space following this road. So that's what I'm gonna do. I like keep checking for it because I'm not exactly sure like if there's something that I'm missing about navigation. It looks like it's just following this road, at least for a while, not all the way. So I'm just gonna keep doing that for as long as I can, and I think it'll work out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm sleepy. Oh, you probably can't even hear me with the wind. Hold on. Okay, yeah, so hopefully the wind noise is a little bit less now. But I've been coming out here, or I've been out here for most of the day since 10 something. I forget what time I said I left, but it's 1:30 right now exact. And I spent about 30 minutes-ish, like, having the french fries and water and charging my phone. So I'll say that I'm at like, I don't know, say I left at 10:30. Math. 10, 11, 12, 1. That's not right. 11, 12, 1. I mean, like 3 hours? Like, it doesn't feel like I've been out here for 3 hours. So I'm gonna have to double check when I left. Maybe I left at 11. Then it'd be 11. That would be about 2 hours. That would make more sense. Because your girl's still got less than an hour to go. But still a sizable amount of time. Really hoping to get back into the shade at some point because I'm dying. I'm sunburnt. It is what it is. Yeah. Another note about like the first part of that trail is that it's got like these red arrows, but for like a good portion of the trail I would just kind of like going blind, like looking for like what might be trail or what I could possibly be trying to get to, because it wasn't always like super clearly demarcated. And they have like these red arrows, but they're like sometimes so far apart that you like finally get to one and you're like, yes, thank you for letting me know I'm going the right way, because I did think I went off trail a couple of times. And there was a moment or two where I was slightly off of the path, but there was like a way to get back on the path. But those ways, like once you get off the main path, trying to get back onto the regular path can be a bit dangerous. It's like if you watch the, or if you've ever played the game Until Dawn, there's like a version of it where like you can make the choice to either take the safe route or to take the like fast route that's a little bit more dangerous. And so I did those a couple of times. Sorry, parents. And yeah, my heart was actually beating really fast. So just be careful. You can do this alone. Again, I'm doing it alone. You don't have to prepare a lot. I didn't prepare a lot, but like also notice that like the air up here is thinner. You can like feel it when you're breathing. And also the sun is more intense because we're higher up, and so that sunscreen, that water, like all of it, like bring it. Don't come without it, because I did need to sit down in that cafe, and I kind of wish that I had like maybe some of the fish too, because I kind of feel like I need the protein, like even like grasping my hands like this, or like making a fist for a moment there with like feeling difficult. That's not a good feeling. So I'm just gonna make sure that I keep drinking water, and the next time I have some opportunity to like have some a little bit more protein, because I haven't really had protein the last couple of days, I'll probably go and eat some of that. But yeah. Okay, finally coming up on the sign to the Blue Eye. Google Maps says that it's going to take another 6 minutes. I was talking to a girl on the trail just to double check that this was the right way, and she was saying that there's going to be a spot that I think is the Blue Eye, but I need to keep walking for another like couple of minutes, and then that will officially be it. The hike didn't end up being 3 hours, I think. It was more like 2.5. It'll be about 3 if you end up like stopping for food or something like that. But this is the chance where we finally see whether or not it was worth all of this walking today. Hi. I finally made it. Finally made it here. After all that hiking. Bye. That was way colder than I thought it was gonna be. So that is the end of a very nice day. I ended up getting the taxi back from the Blue Eye just because it was pulling off as I was there, so I just thought that it would be the better option for me for a bit. And it's just as nice visually as hiking there. About the same amount of risk to your life. Very sweet driver though, but you know, stay safe out there. And yeah, it was a great time. I came back to my accommodations. It's sort of a boarding house situation. So there's like multiple beds in one room, and like we have a bathroom over there. And then it was community dinner, so the meal was really good. I'm staying at Guest House Journey, and the meal was really great. And I ended up having the loveliest conversation with this couple from New Zealand who lives in the Netherlands now, and it was just, I don't know, it was just a great evening. I really enjoyed myself. I feel like I can go to sleep happy, so I'll wake up in the morning, I'll go and find that waterfall, and I will get my behind on the bus. But yeah, great weekend. Or not a weekend. A great couple of days, a nice little break from the city. Okay, So it's the final morning that I have up here in the mountains, or just tomorrow, and I decided I'm not gonna do the waterfall hike. I really wanted to, but then I realized that like it's impossible given the time constraints. So I'm just getting ready for breakfast. I'm already dressed and everything, and it starts in about 30 minutes. And the bus leaves at 10:30, so I'm gonna eat and then just peacefully kind of like walk around and enjoy the scenery. This nearby, like this entire place is beautiful. And then we'll hop on the bus and we'll go back to Shkoder. Yeah, I'll find somewhere to like kind of sit around and wait until my transfer back to Tirana. So I should be back around 5 p.m. to the city. I was running late to the tour. I woke up a little bit later than I thought I was going to. Do I do this while I'm eating? I don't.